In 6 years of making YouTube videos, I have been unaware of this impactful truth. While in Greece, sailing the Cycladic Islands with a group of YouTubers,
3, 2, draw!
We run into professional storytellers, and she lets us in on a journalist's secret.
As a journalist, I can tell you.
We're going to Florida.
Day what?
We're gonna go buy a boat.
This is the first sunset we're gonna bring in under sail.
Tony and Jared, they left.
I just joined the bums here.
What would your days look like if you were living the adventure of your dreams?
Limera, that's how you say good morning in Greek, I just learned. Slept a lot last night, so we're getting a bit more caught up on the jet lag. And today we're just about to cast off from the dock and go sailing on this Ocean Star 56. Sail with George is the company. George is the man that's sponsoring this charter for us.
What we are doing here is we are in Marina of Finikas in Syros Island in Greece. We are doing cabin charter trips for solo couples and small group of friends. They want to try sailing to see how it goes, and for a week, going around a beautiful sailing venue.
If you were the captain of this boat backing out right now, how would you feel? Would you be comfortable with this?
Bobby.
Well done, George. It's probably just everyday thing for you.
It's just easy for sure.
What do you think about George's skills?
They are amazing. Yeah, he was like, oh, it's easy. Just do all these things to get out of there. I'm like, he's like, do you want me to do it? I'm like, yes, please.
See you in a week. Oh, George, I'll set up a WhatsApp group and I'll add you onto it.
Yes, and I will start shooting with...
This is basically not a spring, is it? Nice job.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks
So good.
again.
We love you!
You want to hop in?
Oh, yeah. Seriously, if you see something, point it out.
I think we can tighten that a little bit. Take off the slack of that a little bit. Perfect.
It's kind of crazy how much faith George put in YouTube sailors. This is literally the first and only time he's let a group take out a charter boat, and there's no designated captain, official captain that's hired to do this. We've all appointed Herbie over here to be the skipper, and George has total faith in us, and we're gonna take his nice boat out for a whole week here, and that just blows me away. He's so chill about it. All right, guys, bye, have fun. This baby's got a 160 horsepower Yanmar engine, and the cool thing is we're gonna have to shut it down manually the way Michael and I have been doing for years. All right, now we actually got some wind, I think about 8 knots or so. So we're actually able to do 5 knots. We're coming up on Mykonos.
I think part of the problem is I'm hungry, but I can't go down below.
Blue steel, blue steel.
Reach for it.
So let's just recap. Late night show.
Yeah, I think
Birth control for men.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon, okay.
And he was announcing that there's this new birth control in the works for men, which is this little cup. And it apparently you're supposed to like set your testicles in this cup.
And it's like a microwave?
Well, it's like heats it up.
A, did you guys know that this was out? And B, would you use it?
It's how people carried their Nokias in the 90s. And that's how it looks today.
think of it, it's the European equivalent of a gun.
Now, do you have a quick draw? Yeah, can you, let me see how quick, let me wait, let me count down.
All right.
3, 2, draw!
Let's take a picture too, though.
That's pretty good.
Oh, and he took a picture.
Yeah, it's okay.
Wow, wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
Whoa, you've been practicing.
Oh yeah, I have been.
Like that.
Wrong footwear.
That's it. It's basically a tripod head on like a belt buckle thing.
We're coming in hot. Got some nice wind right as we're approaching the anchorage. It's really close. I can see it now. Just right over there, and that's where we're meeting Fair Isle, Steve and Judy. They're another channel on YouTube. If you haven't seen them, definitely check them out. We've never met them before, but we're super excited to. And we're hanging out on Mykonos, which is like the party island in the Greek Isles, as far as I know. What do you know about Mykonos? There's a song about it. Can't think of how it goes at the moment. We've anchored successfully at the island of Mykonos. Joel was feeling a bit tired from staying up with Andy until like 1:30 last night, but I got a full night's rest. I'm feeling great and I couldn't pass up this opportunity. So I'm here with Maddie, Herbie, and a four-wheeler. I'm here with Maddie, Herbie, and Josh, and we are going to do some land travel to explore this gorgeous island, but we are on the opposite side of where the main center of town is, you know, the picturesque white views, blue roofs that you've seen, that you've heard about maybe. It's just the typical beautiful Greek island vista that I can't wait to see, can't wait to show you. But it's an hour if we walk, 10 minutes if we can find a taxi. So wish us luck. Hopefully we can find a taxi.
We're going back to Mykonos.
Going to Mykonos.
Wait, that goes.
Okay.
Oh, wait across there?
We'll do.
Okay.
Oh.
We will. Okay, thank you.
So close. Well, our thinking was we could get on the bus because he's got another stop at the end of the line, but apparently he'll be back in about 5 minutes. So hopefully that ends up being the case. All right, we made it. Thank goodness we're only waiting for an hour. We probably could have walked there in the time that we were waiting, but now we're gonna make it without sore feet and hopefully just before sundown. Well, this is pretty dang amazing. We haven't even made it to the main part of Old Port Mykonos, and already it's beyond any of my expectations. I cannot believe all these little corridors and passageways. Like Google Maps is actually leading us towards the old port, like the center of historic Mykonos, through these like 3-4 foot wide passageways that are probably considered streets, or were at least streets back in the day. Okay, this is a public service announcement. If you've never tried gelato, you must. It's a European thing. I'm not 100% sure how it's different than ice cream. It sure tastes the same. It's got to be milk-based and sugar-based, but it's extra creamy. It has all these amazing, unique flavors. This is strawberry cheesecake, and it's delicious.
we're wanting to sail off anchor. The problem is the windlass will kill the battery.
Yeah, it's an electric windlass.
Right.
Neither of us have electric windlasses, so we're not used to that little caveat. But yeah, it's got a manual attachment point. Now, here's the question. Is this like a tick the box, like, oh yeah, this windlass has a manual attachment, or is it one that actually works? So
yeah, I mean, because it's definitely got a little spot for a winch handle. And I saw Herbie doing it, and I'm like, hold on a sec, let me try this. I work out, I do push-ups. But I think it would literally take us
forever. So
I mean, I think we could do it.
Well, the thing is, we're pulling the part that's not under tension.
We haven't even got. We just now pulled the slack out of our snubber. Like we're pretty much on chain. So I don't think it would work. I mean, this is here just basically
for show.
For show. Yeah, you couldn't really get the anchor in if you had to get it in with this.
What we'll do, we'll get the main up and then out because it's in mass furling. So we get the main out and sail up onto the anchor, get it up. The only issue we have is a Dutch boat anchored smack in front of us, right over our anchor.
All right, we're off. Here it comes.
And lift.
All right, and now we are sailing. Good job, Joe.
Woohoo!
Well done.
Thank you.
Sailing to Delos today. It's a quick trip, leaving from Mykonos.
He's like, you didn't
I didn't
like,
consult with him
consult
first.
with me
I'm like,
before
well,
you switch the sails. We're like,
yeah,
first
I'm like,
of all,
my watch.
Our boat.
Yeah, like, go back.
Captain.
Yeah.
Like.
So then he's like, I will not bow to you. And I'm like, dude, we'll deal with this one later. Storm's coming. I'm switching the sail.
Needless to say, we got to Bermuda, dropped him off, and continued on our own.
Yeah, we were and that was the last attempt of having a crew
and we
member?
never had crew again.
Look, we can see a beautiful view of Mykonos from here.
So hang on, you just calculated the hull speed off of the water line?
Yeah, so the water line, your hull speed is the square root of your water line length in feet times 1.34. And then your ideal, like, fastest speed you can go to not burn up all your fuel is 80% of hull speed.
Awesome.
So you just take your hull speed times 0.8, and that's your knots.
We're doing a lot of tacks here to make it in to Delos, and we're all like, oh, let's just start the motor up and go in. And Andy's like, no.
If there's wind in the med, make the most of the wind.
We're saying it. Apparently, there's not a lot of wind in the med, so Andy's excited, and we're just gonna tack our way in. All right, they're dropping it. Main's out. Let's see how this goes. Never tried this before. So we just dropped anchor in front of Delos. I was wondering, you're the only one without your girl. You left Stephanie back in LA.
That's right.
So you're on the boat. I'm just noticing, you know, we all have
your partners.
Our partners. What's this like being just kind of alone while all of us have?
It's cool. I'm kind of used to traveling alone and stuff like that. But it is, yeah, you know, whenever you're on a group of only other couples, it is a little awkward. You know, you're like, oh, okay, everybody's got it, but you know, it's fun. Everybody's inviting me sort of into the conversation, and it's nice, you know. So it's not a big deal for me. I personally, like I said, I like to travel alone. I like to have that experience of meeting new people. So it's all good, yeah.
Coming in, it was short tacking. Lots and lots of short tacks.
And it was a really neat class. It was pretty cool, yeah. And it was
all the way up.
So cool.
So we were gonna go. Yeah, we were gonna go up into here, but Fair Isle's anchored right here where it's 30 feet. So
early bird gets the worm.
Yep. Or early
worm gets eaten.
Exactly.
Here in this anchorage, you are not permitted to anchor overnight, so we must explore and move on. As I wander around Delos, My goal is to learn something that you can't just find on the internet. A bold and desperate attempt to add value to our video. From the great internet, we learned that Delos has been inhabited since the 3rd millennium BC, and it is famous as the birthplace of the twin gods Apollo and Artemis. The most interesting fact being that no one was allowed to die or give birth on the island due to its sacred importance and to preserve neutrality in commerce. In my impossible quest, I learned a valuable lesson from Judy of Sailing Fair Isle.
As a journalist, I can tell you that facts are quite boring. What's interesting are people and how they live and their opinions. And any journalist will have to add a little bit of that to any story that they're trying to tell. And so what's happening here is that we're looking at how walking around this place makes you feel. And it is amazing. And it does somehow transport you back to the time that these people lived here, which was 2,500 years ago. And we're in Greece. And suddenly you see the picture of a leopard. And you think, how did that leopard get here? On a boat from Africa, presumably. So people were actually traveling really quite long distances on boats at that time and trading here, where I'm standing.
I thought people really didn't care much about an opinion. It's just an opinion. So I think I've been under this illusion that my opinion really isn't important, doesn't matter. And she's helping me. I can see the value in that. So you guys are going to get a lot more of my opinions. So you're welcome. You can thank Judy for that.
So what is my opinion? Delos reminds us that great cities and awesome feats of architecture will crumble and fall. We live in a world of impermanence. So don't place too much importance on what you acquire or the wealth you build. And don't take yourself too seriously.
Off with his head!
After all, gods were born here, and now they must watch their sacred island become a tourist destination with college kids taking selfies and YouTubers combing it for content.
Join us next time as we continue to explore sailing in Greece and learn a game-changing photography and filming technique.
And well, then that's the other one.
These are the tales of BOAB.
BOAB, baby, we're BOAB, baby, we're BOAB.